In the crime world, much like on the water, there are sardines, there are big fishes like sharks, and then there are whales. And in a truly shocking turn on events, the whale has become the catch of the day. In this video, we'll be digging deep into a super cartel responsible of 1/3 of all cocaine trafficking in Europe was caught. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. So, without wasting any more of your time, let's begin. Finally, while hiding in a plain sight in Dubai, which just happens to be a preferred location for drug lords, 6 high-value targets who were at the top of multiple countries' wanted lists were apprehended. Now, these aren't just any drug dealers. These men are bona fide drug lord kingpins that had roots in multiple countries like the Balkans, Britain, Panama, Netherlands, Spain, even North Africa. This is one of the most important mega international operations in years, called Operation Desert, which was definitely a reference to where the main event was to take place, in Dubai, a shining city of skyscrapers, and a truly amazing show of whales carved out of the desert of the Arabian Peninsula. It involved collaborations with numerous countries like Spain, France, Belgium, the Netherlands, and United Arab Emirates. To even show the extent of seriousness that attached to this case, they even got help from the United States DEA to take down the majority of this group. This criminal network of drug dealers operated using 2 different structures, one to importing cocaine into Europe, and the other for laundering the proceeds. In recent years, this cartel is suspected to have shipped an estimated 30 billion euros worth of cocaine into Europe. The Spanish police also say that the mega cartel sent 10 metric tons of cocaine, worth about 760 million euros through the country in just the last 2 years. Well, I know you are wondering if this cartel was as powerful as they claim it was. Then, how were they caught? Now, get this. Over the last 2 years, Europol has been hosting secret meetings between relevant agencies to affected countries, which were focused on taking down the super cartel. These agencies met together more than 10 times. These meetings led to several mini operations like Operation 26 Grange, Operation Sena, and Operation Le Chiffre, which led to the arrest of 46 alleged criminals in total, 3 of which were considered to be HTBs, which is in short for high-value targets. In this operation, more than 500,000 euros were seized, along with 3 weapons and numerous super luxurious cars. Some of these cars were worth up to 300,000 euros. It all started when the Spanish part of the operation, called Operation Fox, seized a container that had nearly 700 kilos of cocaine in the port of Valencia in March 2020. However, there were no arrests made at the time. During the investigation, the investigators were able to establish that a criminal organization was smuggling containers filled with cocaine through the ports of Barcelona, Valencia, and Algeciras. They also discovered that a real estate company had been set up to launder the profits gotten from the drug smuggling. Now, what baffled investigators was that prior to this, it was largely believed that European crime groups work independently, so they had started investigation each target at his own entity. This created a huge problem as they weren't able to piece the puzzle. Well, that was until 2017, when police first noticed a connection between the criminal groups in Dubai. That was how the term super cartel was formed. So, what was the most wanted set of criminals doing together in Dubai? Well, it just happened that they were attending the wedding of Irish kingpin Daniel Kinahan, who was the leader of the Kinahan clan in Ireland before it was moved to Spain and recently Dubai. This wedding was an incredibly large celebration, and it took place at the world's only 7-star hotel, the Burj Al Arab. That was when the police were established to piece together this criminal jigsaw. It was discovered that the partners had jointly invested in mega shipments in order to spread out liabilities and risks and also increase their profits. And when I say mega shipments, I mean it. In one of the seizures attributed to the group, over 18 tons of cocaine was seized in Philadelphia en route to the ports of Antwerp in Rotterdam in 2019. Daniel Kinahan wasn't the only one named in this case. Other capos named in this case included a man called Edinga Kanin, also known as Tito, who was a Bosnian citizen. Well, according to Bosnian police officials, Tito was the main man when it came to purchasing wholesale quantities of cocaine from independent Peruvian producers and even the now dismantled Colombian Norte del Valle cartel. He is in charge with importing over 8,000 kilos of raw chemicals used as precursors in the production of amphetamines. These materials entered into Europe through the port of Antwerp, Belgium, and they were directed to Netherlands. It was after Sky ECC messages were intercepted by authorities that a criminal investigation was launched against him. The Dutch police eventually discovered that Tito was directly involved as an organizer, broker, and financier in the importing of 739.5 kilos of cocaine from Durban, South Africa, to Rotterdam. Next on our list of capos in this super cartel is Ridwan Taghi. And this man wasn't just any drug dealer. He was also the leader of the Moroccan mafia. And he allegedly sent off his closest allies to South America to negotiate cocaine deals. Unfortunately, this led to a series of rather unfortunate events. A top lieutenant called Zair Rasuki was arrested in Medellin, Colombia in 2020 while operating under the protection of Los Urabeños. His other allies were arrested in Suriname. Eventually, he was arrested in Dubai in 2019 and is currently on trial in the Netherlands for multiple murders. Next up, we have Raffaele Imperiali, who has worked as a broker with some of the Italy's largest mafia groups, such as Camorra and 'Ndrangheta. He started working under the Lilaucro clan in Naples and aligned with the Scissionisti di Secondigliano during the internal Camorra War and split in 2004. He also worked with Colombian groups, including Los Urabeños, also known as the Clan del Golfo, or the Gaitanista Self-Defense Force of Colombia. He was arrested in Dubai in 2021 and deported back to Italy. And there is more. A man called Anthony Alfredo Martinez Mesa. Well, while Tito majorly dealt with purchasing the drugs in high volume, Martinez Mesa acted as the group's supplier. Also based in Dubai, he chartered ships that were loaded with drugs from the port of Manzanillo in Panama into Spain. He was able to create a false image of himself by getting listed in public registers as a director of numerous companies in Colón, Panama. And according to reports, he seemed to be off of the radar of Panama authorities, so I guess his disguise worked. But no for long. Authorities now suspect that not only does he have connection with two other criminal groups in Panama that are in charge of receiving, moving, and protecting narcotics while on Panamanian soil, but that he also helped import 10 tons of cocaine into Spain with the aid of British ally James Hale. The last drug lord name in this case that we'll be looking into is a man called Ryan James Hale, also known as Robo. This 32 years old drug trafficker is linked to the Kinahan clan, and in November 2022, he was arrested in Dubai as well. He acted majorly as a money launderer, and he was wanted by the Spanish authorities for laundering over 24 million euros in drug money. He lived an extremely extravagant life, buying high-end sport cars, including a 300,000 euros Lamborghini in Marbella, Spain. He fled Spain when he realized the authorities were after him and also got threats from rival crime groups. His wife still lives in Spain and has continued to maintain to the press that Robo is innocent and not involved in the super cartel. Now, I know you must have noticed one thing. These hardened criminals have in common, apart from the willingness to obtain status and wealth at all costs, and that is Dubai. Why were these criminals happy to move to Dubai whenever they face heat in their home countries? The simple explanation is that until recently, Dubai was the central base for all the super cartel traffickers, because it had a reputation as a safe haven for criminals. That, however, is under serious questions right now because the United Arab Emirates signed a liaison agreement with Europol back in September, which has proven to be invaluable considering the number of recent arrests that have been made. However, the UAE is being cautious with its approach of this subject because they don't want to lose the billions of criminals' money that is being invested in Dubai. Well, the most important question in this case is that with the new deal signed between the United Arab Emirates and Europol, do you think that UAE will become a major force in the investigation and deportation of criminals? Or will they continue to take the backseat while enjoying the benefits of the investments they made to their economy? Let us know what you think in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to find other videos just like this one. Bye!